This design pattern shows an reference architecture for zero downtime deployment patterns like blue, green, and canary deployments. This design pattern considers real-time REST APIs hosted via API Gateway, ELB, and EC2 instances. We can also use this architecture for A/B testing. AWS API Gateway will host REST APIs for real-time request and response. Existing version of ELB will be marked as blue environment. API Gateway will continue to connect existing ELB. New version of ELB will be created and marked as green environment. API Gateway Canary Feature will be used to connect new version of ELB. Existing version of EC2 cluster instances will also be marked as blue environment. New version of EC2 cluster instances will be created with new code. These instances will be marked under green environment. Both blue and green environment EC2 clusters will connect existing Amazon RDS, Relational Database. Multi-AZ configuration will create additional standby instance. Primary instance will replicate the data continuously with standby instance. This architecture is useful when it is mandate and only available option is to host the backend service in EC2 instances. By creating new instances of EC2 cluster and ELB, we can achieve blue-green deployment. Once we have brand new green instances, we can also do A/B testing. Using AWS API Gateway Canary Feature, we can route percentage of traffic to blue ELB and remaining traffic to green ELB. This way we can achieve both blue-green and canary deployment. Client application send an HTTP API request to API Gateway. API Gateway forward the percent of request to blue ELB cluster endpoint. Blue ELB routes the request to one of the existing version of EC2 instance via load balancer algorithm. Amazon EC2 query the RDS database by connecting to primary instance. Client application send an HTTP API request to API Gateway. API Gateway forward the remaining percent of request to green ELB cluster endpoint. Green ELB routes the request to one of the new version of EC2 instance via load balancer algorithm. Amazon EC2 query the RDS database by connecting to primary instance.